What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today.
What's cracking? Back with some more Larry Bird content. This one from longtime subscriber, supporter, Carolyn Claire. I appreciate you. Larry Bird's first preseason game. Got some rare footage here, and I love me some rare footage. So thank you, Carolyn Claire, for dropping that on my front porch in the comment section of the video and recommendation video. All right, so let's get into it. I'm curious to see what they got to say, and I'm curious to see this footage, and then I'll say my little tidbit afterwards. So let's take a look at the video.
They're calling it a new beginning at Boston Garden, a new coach, some new faces, and a new season. The Celtics hoping to rebound from their worst season in history last year, and much of the hopes rest on the shoulders of one Larry Bird, the rookie from Indiana State, the hick from French Lick, as he calls himself. Bird will start at a forward spot tonight for the Celtics. Many of you saw Bird last week here at the Civic Center against Philadelphia in this exhibition game. M.L. Carr will be at the other forward spot. Dave Cowens back at center. Chris Ford and Jeff Judkins at the guard spots. The Houston will be riding the opposition tonight, and 9 games are on tap in tonight's NBA opening night. Among the other rookies who will be making their professional debuts will be Irvin Magic Johnson from Los Angeles and Sly Williams, who's now with the Knicks.
That might be the only footage, that small footage we got, obviously rare footage from Larry Bird's preseason game. It's even hard to find just stats from players' preseason games from back then in the 80s. I don't even know if they really kept a record of preseason game statistics. I don't know, but it was a big moment, Larry Bird. His preseason game. Same for, Magic Johnson. He mentioned Magic, saying that he was going to debut that day as well. Yeah. September 1979. Bird stepped foot on that floor to show the world what he was capable of in the realm of the NBA, because they already saw what he did at the college level, and obviously his first preseason game. Bird, for those of you that don't know, Bird was selected by the Boston Celtics with the 6th overall pick in the 1978 NBA draft, though he did not sign with the Celtics immediately. Instead, Bird wanted to play his final season at Indiana State, in which he led the Sycamores to the NCAA title game, where they lost to Magic Johnson and Michigan State, and thus starting the rivalry that would go on for many, many years, and eventually a friendship that would know no boundaries between him and Magic Johnson. The trickling effect of the whole Larry Bird draft situation was that the NBA changed their draft rules, where it would no longer be possible for an NBA team to draft players who wanted to remain in college, and this rule became known as the Bird Collegiate Rule. Bird signed on the dotted line for about $3.25 million with what's the leprechaun's name? Lucky? With Lucky? 3.25 mil with Lucky and them leprechauns. And at the time, that made him the highest paid rookie in sports history. From which point, Boston knew they were getting Larry Bird, and especially leading up to him getting on the court, and probably even sometime him on the court. People were calling Larry Bird the Great White Hope. But Bird hated that nickname. He has said that plenty of times for obvious stereotypical reasons. Generally, everyone loved Bird on the team, especially once they realized who the hell he was. Everybody loved him. But I had read, and Larry Bird, I believe Larry Bird said this, that initially some of the older players, some of the vets, weren't too fond of him at first because of all the popularity that came with Larry Bird, all the buzz surrounding him. And they felt that they had to see to believe it. He was going to have to prove himself. But it's always crazy to me, like to hear that, because Bird wasn't one of those guys like Magic Johnson that loved the attention, loved the popularity, basked in it. Bird was the complete opposite. He shied away from it. He was a quiet person. He was an introvert. And you could see that on his sleeve. He wore that on his sleeve. So I always thought that was kind of funny. I was like, I get it, but you can see that Bird really isn't thriving on all of that. Anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Carolyn, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for dropping this one in my lap. And if you guys have anything to add to this, please let me know in the comments section, all right? Check out our Larry Bird playlist, and I'll catch you on the next one. We out, baby.